Welcome to Cryptom News. I'm Cryptom and I'm here to explore the digital economy with you. The story of Bitcoin is one of innovation, disruption, and revolution. It all started long before Bitcoin itself came into existence. Cryptocurrencies were a concept that had been brewing for years, with researchers and cryptographers laying the groundwork for the digital currency system we know today. In this video, we'll take you through the fascinating journey of how Bitcoin came to be and how it evolved into the world-changing phenomenon it is now. In the 1980s and 1990s, the idea of digital money started to take shape. Computers were becoming more integrated into daily life, and tech enthusiasts began to imagine a world where money could be exchanged without relying on centralized authorities like banks. One of the first pioneers in this field was David Chaum, a cryptographer who created DigiCash, an early attempt at anonymous digital payments. This was one of the first systems that allowed users to make payments online without revealing their identities. However, DigiCash was still centralized. It relied on a central server to process transactions, which ultimately led to its downfall. In the late 1990s, another idea was born, Hashcash, a system developed by Adam Back. Hashcash was not a currency in itself, but it introduced a novel concept: the use of computational power to solve cryptographic puzzles. This idea would later become a cornerstone of Bitcoin's blockchain technology. While Hashcash didn't become a full-fledged currency, it provided valuable lessons on decentralization, trustless systems, and digital scarcity, concepts that would form the foundation of Bitcoin. But it wasn't until 2008, amid the global financial crisis, that the idea of Bitcoin finally took shape. At the time, trust in the banking system was at an all-time low. People were losing faith in traditional financial institutions, and the world was searching for alternatives. Enter Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin, who published a white paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The idea was revolutionary: to create a decentralized digital currency that could function without a central authority, a currency that could be sent and received directly between individuals without needing banks to verify transactions. This was the birth of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was not the first attempt at digital currency, but it was the first to solve the problem of double spending in a decentralized manner. Satoshi Nakamoto proposed the use of blockchain technology, a distributed ledger where every transaction is recorded in a block and verified by the network. This made it nearly impossible to counterfeit or manipulate the system. Blockchain introduced the idea of trustless transactions, where users didn't need to rely on intermediaries like banks or governments to validate transactions. Instead, they could trust the network to verify every exchange of value. On January 3, 2009, the Bitcoin network went live, and the first ever Bitcoin block was mined, the Genesis block. Embedded in this block was a hidden message that read, "The Times, the 3rd of January 2009, Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks." This message was a clear statement of discontent with the existing financial system, and it would become a symbol of Bitcoin's purpose: to create a new way of conducting financial transactions outside the control of traditional institutions. In the early days, Bitcoin mining was accessible to almost anyone with a personal computer. It was relatively easy to mine Bitcoin, and the value of a single Bitcoin was practically negligible. For a while, Bitcoin was seen as an experiment, a curious and obscure technology that only tech enthusiasts and cryptographers paid attention to. But slowly, things began to change. One pivotal moment in Bitcoin's history came on May 22, 2010, when a programmer named Laszlo Hanage made the first ever real-world transaction using Bitcoin. He used 10,000 Bitcoins to purchase 2 pizzas, marking what would come to be known as Bitcoin Pizza Day. This event is widely recognized as the point where Bitcoin transitioned from a niche digital experiment to an actual, usable currency. The value of Bitcoin was still very low at that point, but the event showed that it had the potential to be used for real-world commerce. As more people began to mine Bitcoin and use it for transactions, the network grew. In 2011, a new cryptocurrency, Litecoin, was created by Charlie Lee. Litecoin was designed to offer faster transactions and lower fees compared to Bitcoin. This marked the beginning of what would later be known as altcoins, alternative cryptocurrencies built on the same principles as Bitcoin but offering unique features or improvements. The rise of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies didn't go unnoticed. While the technology was still in its infancy, more and more people started to realize the potential of decentralized finance. Bitcoin was seen not just as a currency, but as a platform for innovation. In 2015, Ethereum was launched by Vitalik Buterin, bringing smart contracts and decentralized applications to the blockchain. Ethereum's introduction of programmable blockchain allowed developers to create their own decentralized applications, opening up an entirely new world of possibilities. As the popularity of cryptocurrencies grew, so did the challenges. The volatility of Bitcoin's price became one of its defining characteristics. While it was once worth only a few cents, Bitcoin saw significant price surges, followed by steep declines. The media began covering Bitcoin more frequently, and in 2017, Bitcoin's price reached an all-time high of nearly $20,000 per coin. This led to a wave of speculation, with new investors rushing into the market hoping to profit from the skyrocketing price. However, the volatility also attracted regulatory attention. Governments around the world began to take a closer look at cryptocurrencies and their potential impact on traditional financial systems. Some countries embraced them, while others, like China, cracked down on cryptocurrency exchanges and mining operations. Despite these challenges, Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency market continued to grow. Bitcoin's influence expanded beyond just finance; it became a cultural phenomenon. In 2021, major corporations like Tesla and Square announced they had invested billions of dollars in Bitcoin, and some even began accepting it as a form of payment. Bitcoin also gained more mainstream recognition as an asset class, with institutional investors showing increased interest in the digital currency. Bitcoin's underlying blockchain technology began to gain traction in other industries as well. The rise of decentralized finance, DeFi, platforms, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and blockchain-based gaming further solidified Bitcoin and its technology as the foundation for a new era of innovation. As we look ahead, the future of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies remains uncertain but incredibly exciting. We may see more regulation and adoption, and new use cases will likely emerge. One thing is clear: Bitcoin has forever changed the way we think about money, and its impact on the global economy will only continue to grow. So, what's next for Bitcoin? Will it become a mainstream currency? Will it remain a store of value like digital gold? One thing is for sure: Bitcoin's story is far from over, and we are only at the beginning of what could be a very exciting journey for digital currencies and blockchain technology. Thanks for watching.